how we going, guys? Mick here from Not Cartel, back with another kick-ass review. Today I'm going to review the Ironbark Honey and Red Ruby Grape Pyment. It is one of my experimental home brews. Something a little bit different. Once again, slightly left field due to the way that we've done it. So, 3 litres of Red Ruby grape juice, 500 grams of Ironbark honey, Nottingham Ale Yeast, which is a little bit of the throw, which is a little bit left field for this particular type of brew, and some yeast nutrients. We've also done a batch coming up in another review of the same recipe using red gum honey. So this is the Ironbark version. As you can see here, the colour, absolutely crazy. Not much clarity about it, but the colour is really picked up from what it was. So it was almost like a real sort of hazy, real protein laden mauve colour, and we've ended up with a colour like this. Half the batch is staying here of either variety. The other half of each variety is going to someone else who requested it. So pour her up and have a look at it in the glass. Real vibrant, real iridescent looking sort of brew. Glows. It really does love the light, the natural lights. Just put that back in the fridge. So here we have the presentation, the look, the aroma. So what I've tasted from the Carboys is very much similar to what I would consider like a rosé, or almost like the aroma of a Moscato. So a very sweet sort of blending of wines. Rosés being a blending of sort of a red and a white grape. They can be fermented that way, or they can be blended that way afterwards. So this is pretty much what I would consider the fermented sort of a rosé, but with the background of the honey it's a whole different story, whole different picture when it comes across the palate. So straight up you pick up the sort of the tannins, the wine side of it, that blended sort of aromas that come across with those particular blended wines, and then you get that honey background. So the honey is definitely prominent there. It's sort of descriptors of the Ironbark, and the Ironbark honey is something that the kids would much prefer over sort of any other variety of honey, and it's due to its sweetness. It's easy palate sort of flavors and tastings. Good on toast, good on your porridge, good on your wheat bix. Good in desserts, and very good in things like smoothies and milkshakes, that also coupled with malt flavourings as well. So there we are. That is sort of a brief description of obviously what you can see, the appearance, a brief description of the flavour, the aroma. We're going with a taste. It's very sweet, it's tart, it's got the zing, it grabs you sort of up in the cheekbones here, and then you get the honey. So all that sort of wine descriptor at the front, and then the honey coming towards the back. And I wasn't 100% sure about what variety of honey to go with brewing this sort of this style of brewing. The red gum is the one that tasted the nicest out of the Carboys, but this one's developing quite well. So it is a type of brew that it does need age, it does need time to sort of mature, and time to sort of grow in and mellow out and spread some of those flavours a little bit more evenly, more balanced. Still tasting quite good as it is. It is very, very nice. Not 100% my style, not 100% my sort of thing when it comes down to these particular beverages, but I like it because it does have that meat element about it. And I'm getting things like if I was to brew a beer and I was to use a particular type of hop, that being Nelson Sauvin, a New Zealand variety of hop, then that's what I'm picking up in this. So the gooseberries, the white grapes, tannins, the white wine sort of elements, and I think that's more to do with the ruby red grapes are not a Shiraz grape. They're not a deep, rich tannin type red wine grape. They are a sort of almost a cross between either style or either variety of grapes. So a little bit of white and a little bit of red. So you pick up those things like the gooseberries, the white wines, and slight citrus flavours that come from it. Saying citrus, I think what would go really well in this is something like grapefruit zest, or lime zest, or lemon zest, something along those lines. Just more of that sort of citrus vibe, not so much down the orange citrus side of things, but more to the zesty side of the citrus would go really well in this. So the outcome is pretty good for what I've spent, the time I've put into it, and the particular style and type of brewing that I've done here. Yes, I would do it again. Am I happy with this? I'm happy with this. I'm probably going to be more happy with the red gum variety style than anything. Cheers. Very good. Worth a try.